Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K. So, unless you've been living under a rock and you haven't been following on the current affairs of Nintendo Switch 2, Virtua Fighter 5, actually, Virtua Fighter for very first time it's on a Nintendo console. So that's why this is a big deal. A lot of people ask me, well, what's the big deal? Virtua Fighter has been around. Yes, it's been around on other consoles, but this is the very first time that the Virtual Fighter 5 uh, it's on a Nintendo console, and it is a big deal because it's Nintendo. You can take it on the go with you. You can play it anywhere you want to play it. Take it with you, and with the cross-platform turned on, you can challenge anyone on any platform at anywhere, and you can take it with you. So there's certainly benefits here. But now that the game is out, I did notice a lot of people are kind of in a predicament as to which version they should buy. There's a physical version that you can buy, but the issue that a lot of people have with the physical version is it's a key card. What is the key card? Well, key card is just a key for you to download the game. It's just like an access key. Like, that the cartridge is just like a key card for you to unlock the game to download it. You know, it's not like the game it's stored inside a cartridge, and this is why a lot of people don't like the key cards because, uh, for example, I'll give you one example like uh, Mario Kart World, right? There's Mario Kart World, right? This is Mario Kart. Mario Kart. There it is. For example, Mario Kart World. This cartridge. There's cartridge. There's a data in there. Okay. I just need to download an update, which is a small update. But the game it's stored in there. I don't have to download it, right? With the key card, the data it's not stored in there. The only thing that's in there is just the activation to verify that you purchased the game, but you still have to download it. So a lot of people are not happy about that, which I totally understand. So a lot of people say to me, "So should I buy the physical version?" Um, I don't know. It depends. If you want to have, like, if you're like a collector, and you just want to have the case, so you can say, "Hey, I collected the game. I have the game. Whatever." I guess maybe for that reason. But I think a majority of people will probably just download the game and just buy it on Nintendo eShop, and that's it. And that's what I normally do because the majority of these games now they're using key cards, so it's like I think physical media slowly it's dying, in my honest opinion, and I think we're seeing that slowly, and that makes me wonder about the future of consoles. But anyway, getting back to Virtua Fighter, so I noticed on the forums, whether you go to Reddit or if you go to some other places, even on a Sega's, Virtual Fighter 5 YouTube channel, where they're promoting this game, people are saying, I like the game, but I'm not a big fan of like buying this game on a physical media because it's a virtual key card. And people are not a huge fans of the virtual key card, as I just explained why. So, so should you then buy it through Nintendo eShop? Yeah, in my opinion, what's the point? Unless you are a collector and you need to have, a physical media, just so you can brag about it. Hey, I'm a collector. I have a physical media, even though there's nothing in there other than just a key card for you to access and re-download the game. So, for me personally, I always tell people it's up to you. But me, I would just go ahead and buy it through store digitally. And I also noticed a lot of people are debating which of these versions they should buy. Now, if you look at the standard edition, it's a $20, which is a reasonable price. Honestly, $20, it's a reasonable price for a Virtual Fighter 5 game. This game has a lot of replay value between a single player world stage and arcade and customizations, endless of customizations that you can customize your character. And just the single player alone gives you a lot of offline replay value. Plus, there's a training mode, sparring mode, and then there's the online mode, right? And that's where it's at. The online mode where you can do either create your own private room between you and your friends, whomever you invite with your Nintendo, ID room code, where you can just create your own like a private session with specific people that you want to invite. That's a pretty good option to have. And then there is the ranked mode, online match mode, where you can go and fight against everyone out there across the globe, right? With a cross-play turned on. So that gives you the ability to play against so many players from Steam, PC, Steam, Xbox consoles, PlayStation consoles, and of course Nintendo consoles. So that's, plenty of replay value there. Plenty of, players that you can challenge. So you'll always have someone to play with on the online mode. You're never going to be like, oh, is there anybody playing? Dude, between Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation and Nintendo players, believe me, you'll find someone to play against. Trust me, at any given time. So for $20, there's certainly a value here. Okay, plus it's a Nintendo Switch 2 version. It's on the go. You can take it with you. So there's certainly a value here for $20. There's no question. But what about this? What about the $50 version? People saying, well, what's the difference? Well, with the $50 version, you are getting standard version included, but you're also getting some extra goodies like REVO World Stage Anniversary bonus. You get all these characters that are not for sale. Like this is part of the bundle. Like they're not selling this separate, and which I think it kind of sucks that they're not selling it separate. For people who, this really kind of sucks for people who buy a standard version, right? So let's say I don't have the money to buy the $50 version, and I end up buying a standard version. Well, that kind of sucks because then they're gonna force you to buy the anniversary edition for $50 again. So on top of $20, now you got to pay another $50. So that's what, $70. So I don't like that they're doing this. They shouldn't be doing this. I think this is a bad business practice. Now you're forcing people to buy anniversary edition. You do get some cool stuff here. You get different outfits. You get Yakuza characters. You get so many customizations, including the bikini. You see a bikini on Vanessa, and you see some classic Virtua Fighter characters. So I'm not a big fan of what they're doing here. So they're basically forcing you to buy anniversary edition because this is not for sale. Like the 30th anniversary edition, it's only available through buying the bundle, which is $50. So let's say you don't have enough money to buy, the 30th anniversary edition, and you just want to buy a regular edition. Well, guess what? Now you're screwed because you can't buy this separate. Now you have to pay $50. Okay, so that's a total of $70 now. So this is kind of like I just don't like this. It's just like a greedy. Anything that's forcing you to go one way and they're not giving you a choice, I just don't like that, and I don't like what Sega's doing here. And I think this is what a lot of people are complaining about it as well. Like, why can't you just let me buy this separate in the future? If I don't have enough money, I can just buy this for $20, and then in the future I can upgrade. But no, they're forcing you actually to buy the 30th anniversary edition. And don't get me wrong, the $50, it's certainly worth it. I'm not sitting here and saying that it's not worth it. There's certainly a value here. You do get the game for the basic standard game for $20, and then you get this 30th anniversary bonus, which is only available on the anniversary edition, and then you get the legendary pack, which you can buy separate, and then you get Yakuza series collaboration pack, and then you get the World Stage 30th Anniversary Edition music selection as well. So you do get a lot of stuff here, man, for a $50, you know. But again, it kind of sucks that they didn't include an option to buy a 30th anniversary separate, you know. So let me see, $20 here. That's 30. That's 40. And then if you include this, okay, so $50. It makes sense. But anyway, this should have been, in my opinion, they should have included this also separate to buy, because you know some people, they don't have $50 right now, and maybe they just want to spend 20. And the fact that now you're forcing them again to buy a $50 version because of the 30th anniversary bonus stuff that's in there, like, you know, that's kind of shady, you know. But make no mistakes, the uh, the 30th anniversary edition, it's certainly it's certainly it's certainly worth it. There's no question about it. I would easily recommend this. All right, but like I said, I wish that they would have given you the option to buy like the bonus 30th anniversary uh, characters and outfits and bikini, you know, outfits separate. But they're not doing that, you know. But this, make no mistake, this is certainly worth it. You know, anniversary. I mean, I would recommend anniversary edition. Listen, if the money's not an issue, I think a 30th anniversary edition is like, this is no brainer. I would go with this. You do get a lot of stuff here. I mean, you get a lot of stuff, a lot of costumes, a lot of characters, a lot of customizations, even the music to listen to. You got a lot of stuff here included. Uh, you know, to get your feet wet, to get you started, man. It's like a pretty good way to get started. You know, with Virtua Fighter 5. They also have this as well, which is the Tekken 7 um, collaboration pack. So let's say if you purchase a um, 30th anniversary edition for $50 and you add this for $10, that's $60. So you get to have these, you know, you get to have the 30th anniversary edition and the Tekken 7 characters all included for $60. So this is what I would do. I would get the anniversary edition for 50, and then add the Tekken 7 collaboration pack, and you're pretty much all set, man. You got all the characters, you got everything. You got Yakuza characters, you got all different outfits, man. You're good to go. And on top of that, you got Tekken 7 characters as well. So you're pretty much all set, man, ready to rock and roll on the world stage and face off against other online players. So that's what I would do, if you ask me. I would purchase this for 50, and then this for $10. So that would be like $60, and you get a really good deal. Or you can just go with the 30th anniversary edition. Remember, once you buy the 30th anniversary edition, you can always add this later for $10. You know, whenever you have money, right? You can always add this later on. But out of you know, again, which version should you go with? I just can't recommend the $20 version, because Think about it. Like you know you will want those other characters, and you're gonna say, "Man, I just wasted $20 for $30 more. I could have had all these other characters, right?" So I can't recommend like this standard $20 version because because of this because um, they're forcing you to buy the anniversary edition because you cannot have these characters and these outfits. You cannot have these characters and classic characters with these outfits if you don't purchase a anniversary edition. So yeah, I would recommend uh, without hesitation. Look, I mean, just let's just kind of go through this before I end the video. Look what you're getting with a 30th anniversary edition. Come on, let's just look at this. All right, let's just kind of go through this. You are getting Virtua Fighter 5 game included, base game. You're getting the 30th anniversary bonus, fighters and skins and outfits, and Yakuza fighters and classic fighters from the classic Virtua Fighter games from like Sega Saturn. Uh, and and this is only available for anniversary edition. It's not for sale. You cannot buy this separate. So the only way you can have this is through the anniversary edition. And then you got the legendary pack, which includes these legendary fighters. Then you got Yakuza series collaboration pack. And then you have the World Stage 30th anniversary edition music selection. So this is, in my opinion, the best option is the 30th anniversary edition, and that's what I would say. And then down the road, when you have some money, you can always purchase the Tekken 7 collaboration pack and buy it for like $10. Or maybe if it goes on sale, you can buy it for cheaper. But I don't think it will go on sale. This will stay $10. But either way, with a $50 version, you're pretty much all set. You got your feet wet. What a good way to start your fighting journey with Virtua Fighter 5 with this pack, 30th anniversary edition. And then, like I said, Tekken 7, you can always buy this down the road. Whenever you have some money, it's only $10. You can always buy this later on and add Tekken 7 characters to your Virtua Fighter 5 collection. And then, man, you're all pretty much set. You're ready to rock and roll, man, on the world stage and ranked matches, online ranked matches. And that's probably what I'm going to do. If you ask me, well, what about you, Mr. 4K? Well, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to purchase, the bundle, the 30th anniversary edition, and that gives me plenty of characters, plenty of fighters, plenty of skins, and plenty of goodies to get my feet wet. And then down the road, when I have some money saved, I can always get Tekken 7 collaboration pack and add all these Tekken 7 characters to my already amazing 30th anniversary edition collection, and then I'm all set. And then, you can get this as, I don't know, is this worth it? The REVO World Stage, this character for $8? I don't know, dude. Let me see. Dural. Is Dural worth it? For $8? No. Yo, this is a ripoff. Listen, Sega, what are you doing? This should be like $2. You charging $8? Are you out of your mind? No. No. This Doral, you can forget me about this Doral. No way, dude. Uh, this should have been 99 cents, bro. No, I'm for real. This should be like 99 cents. Or the very least $2. Like, why yo, $8 for this? Are you out of your mind? But Sega's greedy, man. Yo, everyone's greedy. You know what it is, man? It's not just Sega. Everyone's greedy. Everyone just wants to make money, man. That's the problem these days, man. The greed is just spreading like some sort of a disease, Um, But this is my opinion. You know, I don't want to. I don't want this video to be too long. It's already 20 minutes. I'm just saying, if you're going to ask me, okay, and I notice that a lot of you guys are in a predicament. Which version should I go with? I'm telling you, this is it, man. Get yourself a 30th anniversary edition. This is no brainer. You get pretty much everything you need here to get you started, man. This is the best version. They got you covered, man. And plus this exclusive, you know, skins and bikinis and upgrades of characters. You know, you get all this goodies, man, included. You know, so 30th anniversary edition is certainly my choice. And then, like I said, you can always get the Tekken 7 Virtua Fighters, you know, included. You can buy this later on when you have some money saved. It's only $10. You can always buy this and add this to your collection, and then you're good to go. And you got a full complete package of fighters and right and whatever upcoming DLCs they will have. So I would say 30th anniversary edition. It's no brainer, dude. You know, this is no brainer. It's a great value for 50. But again, I have to acknowledge the elephant in the room. It kind of sucks that they're forcing you to buy this for 50 because this is not for sale. The 30th anniversary characters and skins are, you know, not available separate for purchase, which kind of sucks. You know. So then what's the point of buying a basic $20 version when you still will have to pay $50 to get, you know, the bikini for Vanessa and all these other characters? So, you know what I mean? Like, might as well go with a 30th anniversary edition, and then later on, when you have money, you can always purchase a Tekken 7, you know, Tekken 7 collaboration pack. All right, so it's been 22 minutes. I don't want to spend too much time on this video. I just kind of wanted to like tell you what I think, because I noticed that a lot of you on Reddit and other social media, but especially Reddit and other social media groups, especially on a Sega YouTube channel, Virtua Fighter Sega YouTube channel. Down on the comments, a lot of you guys are upset about the key card, and I agree with you. It sucks. So what's the point of buying a physical media unless you just want to have it, you know, as a collector? Just remember, the game, it's not stored in there. It's just a key card for you to activate the download. Uh, Unless you just want to say, hey, I have the, you know, I have the box, you know, just so you can be a collector and say, yeah, I have the box, you know, I'm a collector. Only if you're a collector. If you're not a collector, you don't care. Then yeah, man, just go to the eShop, Nintendo eShop, and get yourself anniversary edition. So that's what I would recommend. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this helps you. Excuse me. Kind of decide which version to go with. I think this is the best version. It's the Virtua Fighter 5 REVO World Stage 30th Anniversary Edition. I would recommend 30th Anniversary Edition. That's my recommendation. You know, it's pretty good value for $50, in my opinion. Pretty good way to get you started, man. Trust me. And then, like I said, down the road, you can always buy Tekken 7 for $10 and add Tekken 7 characters and whatever they have. But just don't buy this. Okay, this character here, what's her name? Doral. Don't waste $8 on Doral. Like, forget about it. No way, dude. You know, I mean, you have to be mental to pay $8 for this one character. All right, so hopefully this helps you. Hopefully, you know, gives you some idea which bundle you should go with. You know, this is, again, my opinion. You can buy whatever you want to buy, however you want to buy. But just remember, if you go with the standard edition and you want to have a bikini for Vanessa and all these other characters, well, guess what? You won't be able to do so unless you purchase a $50 30th anniversary edition. So now you're paying $70 instead of just paying $50. So, like, think about it. I hope you guys are good at math. 2 plus 2, it's not 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. So use common sense. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to put some perspective of common sense. It's what I would do. And then you're only paying $50, and if you want to get the Tekken 7, it'll be $60. So you're still good this way, to go this way, you know. So yeah, I recommend anniversary, 30th anniversary edition across the board, absolutely. Okay, so that's what I recommend. Sorry that the video is 25 minutes. I just wanted to clarify my perspective, and hopefully this helps you out. Okay, thank you for watching.